again while we prepping for the start of the joint. Cause we been. Know what I mean, there's nothing new. Online. Bet we can close this out. Let me make sure everything is in order. Three, two, one. Ah. Eyes open. Episode. Sorry, let me move the microphone a little bit closer. Episode number 227 of the Left Hand Labs podcast is live. I gotta show y'all the tickets. You feel me? The brain trust. The brain trust is always active. You feel what I'm saying? And look, with this gambling shit, I gotta get into the politics, and I mean the sponsorship, the sponsors, the this, to that, what we gonna talk about, go down the itinerary. But I just wanna tell y'all, with this betting shit, I mean, I had a vision. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I see all these people winning with these tickets. You feel me? Why can't we do this? Like me and my friends. I got some friends, they hit 10 racks. I mean, and this is like on a regular basis they hit, but they don't share. Some don't share. You feel what I'm saying? They want to keep the tickets and the knowledge and shit to themselves. And I was just throwing money away. We talked about this on the podcast before. Man, ever since niggas started up the brain trust, we done figured out how to do this shit. I love it. This betting shit is crazy. But we gotta, regardless, I'm gonna show y'all the tickets. We just hit some All-Star tickets today. Today was the All-Star game. This weekend was All-Star weekend. I know I missed last week. I told y'all before on the last episode that I was what was going on. Class and the student teaching shit got it. Yo, I be so busy. I don't have time to do nothing extracurricular. You feel me? Cause I gotta do journals. I gotta do journals for the student teaching. I done did like mad weeks in advance though. Don't tell nobody that I did that. I just start. I mean, whatever the case may be. Lesson plans, student teaching in class. We gotta There's always work. There's always a lot of work because there's one more semester left. It's crazy to say that. Like when I be in class, like in the beginning of the school year, the semester when we were doing the introductions, and I was like, yo, I got one semester left. I always used to hear people say that and be like, damn, they lucky. But this shit really is it. But it's just I took too many classes. I didn't take too many, but I took a lot of classes. You feel me? So I only got 3 left next semester in the fall. 3, and then we out of there. And I'm not walking till spring. I don't want no cold time graduation. I want spring where niggas is there. You feel me? Cats gotta pull up. You feel what I'm saying? We not doing no cold weather in the gym graduation. Nah, you gotta sit outside in that heat. Like I had to, like we had to for my little sisters. For my first graduation was inside. Me and my little sisters was inside at the Prudential. But regardless, I want one of them outside joints. And Keen's is outside, right? I don't even know where King graduation is. It might be at Prudential, and I'm gonna be tight. I want it outside. I want cats to sit in that heat and be like, damn, fuck this nigga graduation. It's hot. You feel me? I need that energy, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. The All-Star game. All-Star weekend is top 75 list. We didn't, oh no, look at this. It always says this, encoding overload. What does that even mean? Do not get an iMac. Get a MacBook. I'm considering doing the podcast on my MacBook for real. Because I thought this iMac was high performance. Like, it be moving slow. It like, the MacBook, that shit is like this. Everything. But it's like the 2021 joint. Like it's new. It's like whatever the case, M1 chip or some shit like that. But this was new when I got it, like 2 years ago, I think. Maybe 2, maybe longer than that. I wouldn't get another one of these shits though. This gonna have to work forever until it's time to. I mean, maybe further along down the line, because I use it for the podcast. Like that's why I got this instead of another MacBook when I got this, because I was like, all right, I could use this for heavy duty stuff like doing a podcast for like editing videos and shit like that. No good. Don't fall for the peanut butter and the mouse trap. You feel me? Don't fall for that. R.I.P. Tech 9. Yeah, so we got some things to talk about. We didn't get to talk about no trades at the All-Star weekend for the Knicks and what that means. We still blowing leagues. Tom Thibodeau got to go. I mean, Mike McDaniel. What's his name? His name McDaniel, right? Or McDaniel. We hired him. He put together a good coaching staff from the looks of it. It's gonna be ugly for cats. It should be. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what Tua really made of if we don't trade for D Watt. The Brian Flores situation, we talked about that. And Stephen Ross, I'm with Stephen Ross. He ain't do nothing wrong to nobody. He tried to, you know what I mean? He trying to win. I like the Dolphins. Fuck Brian Flores when it comes to, you know what I mean? Oh, he didn't want to tank. Whatever the case may be. I mean, that's all he did was ask him to do it. He didn't fire him because of that. He fired him because he put Jacoby Brissett in there, and he switching quarterbacks around. We losing 7 games in a row. Stuff like that can't happen. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I'm with Flores with his calls for sure. But I mean, I'm with Stephen Ross when it comes to I want my Dolphins to win. If we got to tank and get Joe Burrow, let's do it. You feel me? That's what I would have done. Ask me what if he'd have told me, bro, let's lose these shits. Now, you lose, you 0-16, you're probably not going to get a job again. So, I mean, Brian Flores got a case with that. To be like, yo, I ain't trying to, have that on my jacket. But losing 7 games, we did that twice, lost 7-8 games in a row. That's bad, too. We'd have had Joe Burrow in there. I don't know if it would have been good money because Flores didn't know how to hire good offensive coordinators, but whatever. Before we go any further, make sure y'all rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. It's free and don't cost you a thing. Follow the podcast on all social media, but especially Twitter at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. And let's go into the sponsors so we can get into the episode. And it's episode 227. I can't think. Eddie George got 27. I know he's 27. This is the Eddie George episode. Here we go. And if you ever have any product or business or anything that you want to get promoted on the Left Hand Labs podcast, you want to become a sponsor, hit me in the DMs, or email, lefthandlabs@gmail type shit. And we can talk the numbers and we can make it happen. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms Premier Vintage Goods and Memorabilia. You can follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. Mad new wave about to come through to the shop. It's still mad wave here now. You see the LeBron in the background, the Nike joint, fuck Adidas. You see the upper deck, vintage upper deck with the hat to match. It's all sorts of wave here at the shop. All you gotta do is come slide. If you can't make it, you can always go hit the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Next day shipping on every order unless you order on Saturday. Post office closed on Sunday, so you got to wait till Monday. These headphones is getting on my nerves. I got to get some new headphones too. But that's it. Let's play the intro music and get into this episode. Put this like this. Oops, like this. And then we go here. Hold on. They changed the iTunes around with this new update. The search bar right there. Basketball. And Soundcloud. Intro music right here.
I used to roll me a big fine L and watch a whole lot of basketball and Seinfeld. Aside from my fish scale clientele, there are a few things I know as well as basketball and Seinfeld. 40 carat phrases, 40 parrots. Mimic the style, you get embarrassed. Ditch the filthy habits. In a limousine, every limousine covered in supply fabrics. Still wreaking havoc for them cash that will rob you for your pack. Back when Robert Pack was a maverick who had chicks to give wavy wop. It's not trading cards when I say your shorty gave me tops. Teeth look like chiclets, big and white like Rick Smith's. I'm at my Travis best. The rest is average at best, and this that land bias in its purest form. Word is Bon Jovi, word is song. If you don't recognize it, you'll respond. Catch a bigger bullet than George Marathon. Ric Flair with the chops. And they thought he's gonna flop. Finally back on the top. I already made it to the finals playing with Sagana Job. Still serve you that.
We never let the podcast. I was sending the text out. We never made it past that part. Still serve you that Will Purdue. You feel me? Hold on, I gotta fix these headphones. I hope it's not making mad crazy noise. We good? I gotta leave the phone running in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear the Street Fighter playing because they're announcing Street Fighter 6 when this last is over. And I can't miss that. These fucking headphones, bro. My glasses, my headphones, everything wants smoke with me right now. The headphones broke. And you feel me? I've been making it work like as is. But okay. First things first. I just was scrolling on Twitter. You feel me? And I just seen Teray say that Steph. Matter of fact, I can let y'all see. You can see what I'm looking at, right? Can I see my ads? How do you see your ads from the mobile? How do you do that? Notifications. This guy just said that this is the second best point guard ever behind Magic. Was it somebody retweeted that? This is the most ridiculous shit I ever heard in my life. It is no way that Steph Curry is better than Jason Kidd. Let's just get that. Let's be clear. A lot of crazy shit is happening. James Harden gets traded to the Sixers for Ben Simmons to the Nets. The Sixers are going to win the championship now. And I seen somebody say that Ben Simmons was the best point guard to ever play for the Nets. Like, people, what is going on? What happened that people feel like they can disrespect Jason Kidd like that? What happened? I thought it was a known that Jason Kidd is the second best point guard ever. I thought like everybody knew that. At least everybody that hoops, like anybody that talks basketball that I know that I respect, they know like Jason Kidd is the second best point guard ever. Why is Steph Curry being put up there? The man that's the product of a system. He's the best shooter ever. Stamp. He's not better than Jason. You take Steph Curry and replace him. You put him on those Nets teams. You telling me Kenyon Martin and Richard Jefferson and Kerry Kittles and them are going to be getting these big contracts and having big numbers and catching these lobs from J. Kidd and getting to the finals. And if it wasn't for Shaq or Duncan, they probably would have had a championship. You telling me that's happening with Steph Curry? No, there's no chance. But we talked about this on the podcast to a nausea. So we're not talking about that no more. So relax. And also relax about the Ben Simmons stuff. The Sixers are definitely going to win a championship. You saw Embiid was whipping ass in that All-Star game. Now, we're going to start with Friday. Didn't see the rookie-sophomore game. It's not the rookie-sophomore game no more, and I don't like that. And they fucking up the rules with how they doing stuff. Why change what works? Rookie-sophomore game was the illest shit. You seen who was who and who was going to be what. You used to be able to see that, and they fucked it up. I don't like this world. Pick your captains. I don't like all that. That shit is ass. It should be rookies versus sophomores. Plain as that. I like seeing Gilbert Arenas and seeing Jason Richardson bounce the ball off son head. Seeing Kevin Durant had like 50 in the rookie sophomore game. Like seeing John Wall go crazy in the rookie sophomore game. Why take that from the people? Why change what's not broken? I don't understand. But the celebrity game was before that. These celebrities is ass. I promise you, one of the main reasons why I want to become famous, like a famous rapper or famous something, is so I can play in that game. I guarantee you I have 50. I guarantee you. Either I'm going to have 50 or I'm going to have 40. You pick. Well, I don't know what type of day it's going to be, but it's going to be one of them because I'm not going to pass to nobody and I'm not coming out the game. I don't care what none of the coaches say. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not coming out. And I'm going to really be trying to get buckets. These celebrities be ass. Horrible. Rappers. I really judge people by how they play sports. Like, if you don't have an athletic bone in your body, I look down on you. I'm sorry. And I got to change that. But that's just how I am. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like when people's worth it goes down when when you don't have no type of, like, when you can't play a sport. I look at you as somebody in the stands. You feel me? You're not amongst the gods. You got to sit in the stands. You feel me? I don't know. That's just how I look at non-athletes. People, now you don't even got to be basketball. Just like, damn, son, you can't play no sport. Like, you throw a ball like a sissy. Like, you can't shoot a basketball. You can't make a layup. I don't like that. I don't know why. But Myles Garrett was dunking shit and all that, and that was cool. But whatever. Saturday comes. Obi Toppin, we going to already cut to the chase. Obi Toppin won the dunk contest. I seen somebody say, like, oh, then look at the Knicks finally won something. Like, please. I seen mad Knicks won the dunk. Nate Robinson won 3 in a row. Q Rich won a 3-point shootout for when he was with. We've always won shit at All-Star Weekend. That don't matter. I hate when people love to talk about the Knicks that don't know what the fuck they talking about. It's so annoying. Don't be annoying. Some of y'all is annoying, bro. Don't be annoying. Tension's mouth is biting and Putin. What happened? Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, they're gonna have a summit. Uh-oh. Hey, man. Biden better leave. He better leave that man alone. Putin gonna let that shit fly. He'll blow all this shit up. He an evil villain. You gonna need James Bond to go get Vladimir Putin. You gonna need Bond. If you don't got Bond or Jason Bourne, leave that man alone. That's all I'm saying. I don't know much, but I just know that. So, I don't know how many people bet. I know everybody, FanDuel's getting legal everywhere. Karl Anthony Towns won a 3-point shootout. Why they not just sprinkle on, a little razzle on Cat to win the 3-point shootout? I can't believe that happened. I thought that not Luke Kennard, that Desmond Bain was going to win, because that's my young boy. I got him in Dynasty in fantasy, and he do numbers. I bet on him to get threes every night. I'll just bet Desmond Bain threes. Why not? He didn't win. Karl Anthony Towns won. That was crazy. Dunk contest was ass. Jalen Green, the most bounce in the world, he couldn't even make his dunks. That shit is not like how it used to be, man. Jason Richardson and Desmond Mason and them niggas, they had to make their dunks. First try, too. It wasn't no redos. It was first try, make the dunk. Dunk contest ass now. After Aaron Gordon got robbed, I don't know. It's just, it wasn't. But Obi did some good dunks. And it's a shame. I'm looking at Obi Top, and it's like, yo, imagine we just ran pick and rolls and we just had a free-flowing offense and he played. He would be nice, son. He would be catching, at least he'll just be catching dunks. And then once look at Miles Bridges. You get somebody to unlock your game and your confidence is up. You know, like, all right, I'm guaranteed I'm going to just be dunking shit, if not nothing else. And then Miles Bridges said, fuck it, I'm going to work on the rest of my game. Obi can hit the threes already and all that. I'm telling you, son, if we had the right, we're going to trade him somewhere and he's going to be nice. Because they're going to let him play 30-something minutes and they're going to throw him lobs and then he's going to become something. We got the wrong shit going on. It was almost trade Julius Randle. I don't even think we could do that now because he getting numbers. We just got to play both of them niggas together. Fuck it. Play them both together. Cam Reddish is there. Thibodeau got to go. But we'll talk about that in a second. Sunday, All-Star game. But before the All-Star game, Saturday had the All-Star draft. The top 75 draft. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have done this, but if you bored with playing my career, go to 2K. Do a fantasy, start at my NBA franchise mode. Start at my NBA. Put on fantasy draft. Go to customize league, and then you put for the roster all NBA, all teams. So it's the classic teams, the all Lakers, the all whatever, all every team. And when it says duplicates, choose. Hit yes and then hit no and then hit choose. So you choose who you want. So it won't be 7 Kareem Abdul-Jabbars and 4 Michael Jordans. You don't want that. Pick a team. Usually, you could customize the league. You can add expansion teams off rip if you want to just use a new uniforms. It's a wacky team combinations and shit. And I'm telling you, this is what I've always done this. I've always done this. As far as I can remember, I'll just draft a team. I'll get the plan and be like, I don't like this team, and I'll just start over. I just always do this. Do it. It's fun. And then look, I'm gonna teach you even more. So put it on 12-minute quarters because you want the stats to be the same because the simulated stats are 12-minute quarters for the computer. Put it on 12-minute quarters. You don't got to play the whole game. That's a long-ass time. Play the first quarter. Simulate the second. Simulate the third. Come back in the fourth quarter. You could do the simulcast where you can look at it and you can speed it up. And then check it out. This is what I do most of the time. If the game is not within 10, if my team is winning, I'll say, fuck it. We just simulate all the way through. And if the game gets close, you can stop, jump in, and then you can play. It's fun. I'm telling you. It's the most fun you can have playing 2K. 2K got the best franchise mode. Madden, I wish it was similar. Because the real fun in franchise modes is just the craft of the teams. And like I love doing that. I've always loved doing that. Like that's why I love fantasy basketball and fantasy football so much. But try that out. So they did the 75 draft or whatever. And people were drafting teams, and it was a fun event. I wish it was something like this was like every year, but they should have had the teams that they picked playing. Like they should have did it ahead of time, and then had the teams in a bracket in like 2K, and then whoever like won was the best team. That would have been fire, but they didn't do that. They gotta take ideas from me. I would have told them to do that, and that would have been tough. Cause the illest shit when the Ronski was here, when it first popped off. When people was betting on the simulated Madden like games and shit like that, that was so fire. Now that was fun and fire, and I wish I could have bet on it, but I was watching for sure. And they need to bring shit like that back, kind of like Salty Bet. If you watch Salty Bet on Twitch, you'll see what I'm talking about. Sunday, All-Star game just happened. Steph Curry had 50. He made like 16 threes. That is insane. Most threes I ever hit in the game was 11. He did that, in like basically like 2 quarters, which is incredible. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time, easily. He was shooting the ball, turning around before that shit was going in. Every time he did that. Like, that's insane. It's insane to be able to do that. He's crazy. But Embiid was whipping the ass. We hit a ticket. Let's look at the ticket. You feel me? See how the brain trust give it up. You feel me? Pause. How do I go to my all right, look. We bet Steph, of course, to win MVP. I bet on a bunch of people, but I should have put more on this shit. But he still paid me though. But who knew who was gonna win, you feel me? This was big time. Big time. Greek over 26. I knew going in, Biggs is not going to get buckets. It's not for Biggs. Except for Embiid. I bet Embiid over on the other tickets. This one hit. This was just a throw it together. Andrew Wiggins ass. Knew he wasn't going to get nothing. Trae Young ass. I knew he wasn't going to ill. Jokic, it's not that I thought he was ass. Him or Cat. I just knew that, like, yo, y'all not going to get the ball like that. This is the game for wings and guards. And LeBron over. This was an obvious ticket. I should have put more money on this shit, but it definitely won for me, and I'm happy it did. That was big hit. The brain trust is here. If Cass wanna get down with the brain trust, we got a group chat. Let me know. I try to get all my friends to get in there, but niggas is act weird with betting shit, so it is what it is. I don't like the All-Star format going to like a certain score, but this was a fun game to watch. It was very fun. I'm ready for the regular season. I'm ready for Tom Thibodeau to get fired. I'm ready for a lot of stuff, and we'll talk about that in a second. This top 75 NBA list. The whole list is stamped for the most part. I mean, I can't really vouch for some of the older players, but it's no way in the world that Tracy Mcgrady, who went against Iverson in the verses, and that shit was, they did it all wrong. It wasn't fire. It wasn't John Blaze like how it could have been. They didn't even put the right highlights. They should have let you hear like the commentators and shit like that. They had Taylor Rocks. Now I love her. She fire. I want parts and all that. But it was annoying hearing her talk and shit like that. It just wasn't fire. It should have been them two just up commentating themselves. Like they were trying to fill the dead air, and it just wasn't fire to me. But how the fuck? And Iverson said it himself. Bubba Chuck said it. How the fuck is Tracy McGrady not on the top 75 list? Why is Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard on that list instead of Dwight Howard, instead of Tracy McGrady? Those two are the biggest what's it called? Biggest snubs, and that's ridiculous. I think, and the verses didn't help, didn't really help. Oh, Daigo crazy. Daigo doing crazy shit, clutch shit. Daigo a monster when it come to long sets. Daigo is a monster, son. The beast. If y'all don't watch Fighting Game, if y'all don't know about the FGC, I'm telling y'all, give it a try. Shit has been entertaining me forever. I'm talking about at least since like 2008 or 9, back when it was Justin TV before Twitch. I always watched like people play Marvel, people play Street Fighter. Like I've always watched that. Evo, everything. It's just amazing. It's just fun if you like fighting games. It's just good entertainment. For me, it's always been at least. But the verses did no justice. It didn't showcase. Tracy McGrady is one of the best basketball players ever. If he never is back, well, ifs and all that shit, but we seen it. It's not and we saw it for a window of time. It wasn't like, oh, he did it for one season. Like we saw it. We saw him being like, oh, this nigga is nobody better than him, son. He crazy. 6'9" point guard. Everything. Could do everything. Everything. He one of the most gifted basketball players I've ever seen. And there's nobody that can really disagree with that. If you know basketball, Tracy McGrady deserves to be on that list. It's a shame. And Dwight Howard, the man won Defensive Player of the Year like 3 times in a row. It may have been more than 3 times in a row. He was, come on, son, that's ridiculous. He one of the top 75 best players ever. Anthony Davis is not. And Damian Lillard is not. I'm sorry. He just not. And you see niggas is quiet. They don't say nothing about Paul Pierce. Say nothing about Paul Pierce. Niggas think that shit cool to be illin' on Paul Pierce because bum-ass Draymond Green said so. Niggas don't know basketball. Y'all Twitter basketball niggas. Y'all don't know basketball. Just don't know basketball. And it's really simple as that. And I don't care how you feel about that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know basketball and you can't guard me. None of y'all niggas that be making fun of Paul Pierce. Can't none of y'all guard me. I will give y'all fucking buckets. You feel what I'm saying? That's stamp. Nobody in the chat. Who cares? But the Knicks. We didn't trade nobody on the trade deadline. We said I guess they said Tom Thibodeau, we gonna let you rock with who you got, and let's see what happens. And we blowing 28 point leagues on national TV. Julius not playing bad no more. I was team trade Julius before because he wasn't playing good. He playing good now. He playing like Julius again, and it's still not mattering because we want to play Kemba at point guard still. What is Tom Thibodeau doing? I hate Tom Thibodeau. He's the worst. It's like Brian Flores with the offense. It was just unbearable to watch. It's the same shit. He won't play Cam Reddish. What the fuck? We traded a first-round pick for him with Kevin Knox, but who cares about that? Let him play. Alec Burks got to be point guard. Why is Miles McBride not playing? Quentin Grimes playing? Let the young niggas play. He won't do it, though. Thibodeau got to get fired. He has to. I hope that they fire him. I really do. And let's get Mike D'Antoni back in business. Let's let these young niggas run and sit these old niggas down. For real. We could buy the niggas out, do something. We got it, because Cam Reddish going to be like, I'm not staying here. What the fuck I'm signing here for? Y'all niggas won't even let me play. We can't even see what he can do. Why would Obi sign with us? Mitch, is he going to stay? He be wilding some games now. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, that's it. Daigo lost. Now, are we going to see Street Fighter 6 trailer? I hope so. I hope the fuck so. You know what? I think I got to go, y'all. This is 30 minutes. This is a good, solid episode. If you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping you entertained. Let's look at the Jason Berg tweet of the week, because I can't miss this. I got to see Street Fighter 6. I gotta have my undivided attention. Jason Berg tweet of the week. I am having a cordless stick vacuum delivered for me so I can use it in my casita once in a while. Even in a small place, it is amazing how dust and dirt accumulates quickly without noticing it. Amen, Jason Berg. Make sure y'all follow the podcast on all social media, but especially Twitter at Shop Heirlooms. That's HOPHERLOOMS. Make sure y'all rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. Subscribe to the YouTube so you can watch this shit live. Till next week, the Eddie George episode 227 of the Left Hand Layers podcast.